Good morning. Welcome to morning meditation. I'm starting just a little bit earlier today because of some appointments I have, and I did not want to miss sharing a meditation with you today. Here's hoping my audio works. Please let me know in the comments below if you can hear me all right. Yesterday I got cut off for some reason, and I'm hoping that won't happen today. So as you can see, I'm set up for meditation. I have in the behind me over there in the by the chair, I have a diffuser going with some nice frankincense filling the space. I have my guardian angel and a candle and selenite to make this a space for meditation and connection with spirit. Today we will be drawing from our cards, Make It Happen. And as usual, I will shuffle the cards and take the top one and see what the message for our higher good is today. I'd love it if you would comment below. First of all, do you make yourself a sacred space before you meditate? Do you have a favorite chair that you always sit in, or a shawl that you like to put on, a time of day that you like to meditate? Because I know some of you don't join us now at 8 o'clock. You may see this later. So is there a time of day that you've set aside for your own personal practice? Let me know in the comments. All right. And also, do you have a deck, Make It Happen? I know a lot of you out there over the years have purchased those from me, or else you have come to Make It Happen workshop where you received a deck as part of the workshop. All right, here comes our first card. And it says, when was the last time that you asked yourself, who am I? Take a moment to do that now and listen to how you answer that question. You and you alone are the one who decides just who you are. In time, the world will come to see this as well. We get so involved in the world around us and who we think everyone else thinks we should be. Put labels and tags upon ourselves, whether we're titles. In my coaching sessions, I've had people, this is one of the big questions that they find difficult to answer. Who am I? Especially a lot of times that happens with people around my age when they retire. Maybe they've had a job where they were a CEO, or they were always identified themselves as whatever their occupation was. And now they don't feel that's who they are anymore because they no longer have that position. It's part of their life experience. It no doubt gave them experiences and opportunities to shape their personality, but it isn't who they are deep inside. What their truths are, what their beliefs are, how they act, how they are. And the same happens to a lot of people when their children go off to college or get married and leave home. Who am I now? I'm not a mom anymore. Well, you're still a mom, but in a different role. But you're more than that. You're more than that mother. You're more than that father. You're more than a life partner. You're more than the CEO of a company. You're more than all those things. But only you can really ask yourself that question and listen for the answer of who do you think that you are? And sometimes it may surprise you, and sometimes it may surprise you the answer that comes back to you, and especially if it's a negative one. Maybe you're going through a rough time right now and you don't really feel you're anybody or deserving of anything. So you and you alone are the one who decides just who you are. So if you want to pick yourself up and you want to be that kind, hopefully you want to be that kind and compassionate person, you need to begin to tell yourself that that's who you are. So today's meditation, we're going to do a bit of reflection. Sometimes the answer comes to you right away. Sometimes nothing comes, and you need to allow that thought to work through you to help you to discover who you really are. So make yourself comfortable as you usually do, whether it's sitting or lying down. Today is a wonderful day to have a cozy blanket or shawl to wrap around you. And to begin by taking your awareness inward to your breath. And ever so gently, as you exhale, close your eyes. Now take that long, slow, deep breath in through your nose. And slowly exhale. Breathe in deeply again, feeling the air as it moves in through your nose. And be aware of it as it passes across your lips as you exhale. Allow yourself this time to slow down, to be with yourself in this space, aware of your breathing. I am breathing in and inhale deeply and slowly. I am breathing out as you exhale long and slow. With every exhalation, your body relaxes more and more. You feel your shoulders drop as you continue to breathe in and out. Feel your muscles soften as you release tension and stress throughout your body. Breathe in positive energy deep into your body. The breath going all the way down to the bottoms of your feet, to the top of your head. And when you exhale, you can feel a wave of relaxation flowing from one end of your body to the other as the muscles soften and release tension, pain, negativity. Clearing your mind, opening your heart, and you just breathe. I want you to imagine now that you're in a beautiful garden. It's in the early spring. The trees have blossoms. You know, the fruit trees, the apples and pears. Beautiful, fragrant blossoms. The other deciduous trees are just beginning to bud. The air is clean and fresh. Flowers are beginning to come up. Ground covers are spreading across the lawn. Birth is coming to the earth. And there's a pathway that you walk that goes all through this garden. You take a deep breath in and imagine that you can smell the sweet fragrance of the flowers, the trees coming to life, the fragrance they put out to attract the butterflies and the bees, and the birds are building their nests in the trees, singing merrily. It's beautiful here. It's a sunny day. There's still a little chill in the air, but not much. The beautiful sun is warming the earth, bringing forth its life, and it feels good. This causes you to reflect upon your life when you first came into this world. Into a family, a tribe. You were young, but you might have been an old soul. Came here with a purpose and a plan, not yet quite realizing what it was. But your mind and your heart was open to new experiences, to learn and to grow and to evolve. And so for the first few years, you were guided by family, by friends, perhaps by spiritual and religious beliefs, culture. And you started to grow and shape into the world around you. Some of you would have felt that you fit right in. Others perhaps felt that you didn't belong. And sometimes, perhaps you felt like you were in and out of two different places, two different worlds. As you started to grow into your teenage and years and young adult, discovering life on your own. Now you look around this garden and you realize that it has changed into its full bloom, as though it were summer. There is fruit starting to form on the trees. The flowers are abundant. The grass is lush. The sun is warmer. As you walk through the garden on the beautiful path, you breathe in again and notice a change in the air. The sweetness of spring isn't there, but it's replaced with the fragrance of even more flowers. And you think about your life again, of how you've evolved from a young child into an adult. Maybe you're in the summer, just starting to explore. Or perhaps it's a memory. Think of the beautiful things that were around you. Yes, there may have been troubles and tribulations and a growing phase for sure. But like the summer, you started to show where you came from, what you were taught. It was a time for you to bloom and look at your potential, the directions you wanted to take. What positive things and memories do you have from that time in your life? Lessons learned. Even as we get older, we may change directions and start something new. And that's like being in the spring again. And when we start to learn those things, it's like being in the summer of our life. And as you continue on the path, you look around and you see that the leaves are turning color. The fruit is ready to be harvested on the trees. Some of the flowers have wilted and returned to the earth, while others are coming forward in colors of orange and red. A bit of frost can be felt in the air. Fall is here. A time of harvest, to reap what you've sowed. Just like in our life, we can look back upon the summer and the spring. What can we take from those times to help us now? What lessons, what experiences and knowledge can we use to prepare us for the next season? How have we changed? And as you're thinking these things, you look around and you notice that the leaves have fallen from the trees. A light snow is beginning to fall. There's a chill in the air now. But the sun still shines. And soon there is a blanket of white snow across the earth. And the trees that once had leaves and bore fruit stand naked against the sky, revealing their true identity, who they are. So you begin to ask yourself the question, who am I? If I take away the culture, my name, my belongings, even my family, who am I? Like the tree that stands naked against the sky, revealing its true self. Who am I? And realizing too that beneath the earth that is now protected with this blanket of snow, has not disappeared. It's only transforming. Beneath the earth, there is a hush and a silence, a time of rest, where Mother Earth brings in all her beautiful thoughts, her creations, and lets them rest, preparing for a birth and rebirth in the spring, so the cycle can continue. There is no end, only a time of reflection, so that the rebirth can begin when the time is right. And so it is with you. Take this time to reflect and ask yourself, who am I? Take a moment now and think about it. Don't be afraid of the answers that may come to you. Who am I? Now bring your awareness back to your breath and take a deep breath in of this cool air that's around you. Allow yourself time for reflection. You deserve it. Begin to walk back down the path, coming back to your place. And with every breath, you bring more awareness back to your body, back to where you're sitting, and you breathe in deeply again, and exhale gently. One more breath in, and exhale. And open your eyes when you are ready. Let me know what you thought of that meditation. Were you able to walk through the garden? Did you have any answers come to you? You don't need to share the answers, but whether you did or didn't. And a good reminder that with questions like this, meditations like this, it's very helpful to journal what comes to you. And the answers may come to you at some other time in the day. Enjoy this snowy day. If you have to travel anywhere, please be careful. And if you don't, perfect day for journaling, curling up inside. Whatever it is, do it with gratitude, love, and kindness. Namaste.